What up, guys? Bart Kwan here. I know you guys already know who I am. We're at Barbell Brigade and I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good because I took out some of the accessories, and the Chinese part of me is like, dude, you're not doing enough work and you're lazy. But the health and mindset part of me is like, dude, feels pretty good right now. So today I hit 365 for a top set, for just one set. The rest of the back off sets are at 315. Next week I'm gonna do 365 for 2 sets, and the third week I'm gonna hit 365 for 3 sets, and so on and so forth, up until I hit week 5, where I hit 365 for 5 sets of 3. I'm trying to progressive overload in a different manner. I think with all the things I have going on, like not just as an athlete, but as a person, as a boss, as an entrepreneur, when I have so many things in front of me and all of the goals are always, I guess, quote unquote, linear progression, like I'm trying to make more money this year, or spend more time with my kid this year, do whatever. A lot of those increase in numbers, I realize, is having a stressful influence and effect on my body. And as an athlete, that's an additional stress that I have to kind of wrap my head around. And there are times when it gets close to that breaking point. Like for me, I can squat 405 for reps pretty comfortably, but as soon as it's 415 or 425, I start stressing out, maybe even 2 days before a big squat session. So now what I'm trying to do is trying to get a hold of my entire life. I'm like, you know what I can do? I'll start off with hitting a weight that I'm comfortable in, and instead of increasing that number, I'll increase the workload and the volume with that number. So I'm taking a different approach to progressive overload with my entire life in consideration. So with that same mentality, I did the exact same thing for bench. I hit 315 as my top triple for bench. All my back off sets are with 275 for 4 sets of 3. Next week I'll do 315 for the first set and the second set, and so on and so forth, until I hit 315 for 5x3 again. The 315 felt pretty heavy, I think, because just 2 days ago I hit 295 5x5, which is probably a volume PR. So I'm pretty fatigued from that. I was supposed to deload before I jump into this week, but the Chinese in me, it just doesn't want me to deload. I always want to do more and do more and do more, and it also stunts progress. It's really hard for me as a person to say no to anything. So that's kind of why I've slowed down my training and kind of decreased accessories, so that I can slow down, so I can actually speed up and be able to say no to projects and even say no to certain accessories. So for accessories, I supersetted pull-ups with side raises, and Bulgarian squats with some wood chops, and then preacher bench and some dumbbell skull crushers. And I'm doing accessories for the bare minimum. All I'm trying to do is, if I can at least hit each body part once a week, then that's good enough for me for now. I cut my accessories short because all my past workouts were like 3 hours long, and I'm trying to accomplish all the goals of powerlifting, bodybuilding, training for the movie, flexibility, doing forms, and even cardio. And I just realized when you're trying to accomplish all those goals, you have quantity of training, but your quality of training sucks ass. So I've decided to reduce a lot of my accessories and keep it to the bare minimum of looking good on camera, making sure that I don't shrink in size, and also doing enough accessories for my joint health so I can progress as a powerlifter in a lifelong perspective. So all the accessories that I minimize it to has a direct benefit to either my powerlifting career or my screen fighting career. All the other ones that aren't important, I dropped out. A lot of the top powerlifters in the world, they have a bare minimum mentality. A lot of them might squat and bench in that day, and right after just do only face pulls. Or after they deadlift, they might just do dumbbell rows, and that's it. And for those guys, it's highly effective in strength gains because you're always trying to manage your fatigue. And what I realized is, with doing all these accessories, I'm not managing my fatigue. My barbell training is overflowing into my martial arts training, and when I push it really hard on my martial arts training, that then in return is also affecting my barbell training. So it ends up having this domino effect day after day and week after week. And then I realized after a month, the progress where I should be at, I'm actually far from it because I'm overtraining and overworking myself. So now what I'm doing is reducing the things that don't matter and throwing all that away and really focusing on the things that matter so that I can actually slow down so I can speed up in the long run. So if a lot of you guys are in the same boat as me, where you feel like the gains aren't coming fast enough or the goals aren't getting accomplished enough, instead of trying to do more all the time, maybe take a look back and see maybe if you're doing way too much and minimize some of the things that aren't directly benefiting you, and you might accelerate forward.